Good evening, everybody. This is Fox coming to you with another Novice Elite Dangerous video. So, we were talking recently about engineering and the importance of it, and a lot of people who are maybe new to the game don't know about engineering. So today, I'm going to kind of show off what engineering is about, why it's important to get into it, and it's kind of like the end game for Elite Dangerous. No matter what you like to do, no matter how you like to do it, improving on your ship is always something that we want to do. And you can obviously do that by outfitting your ship to have it to be as decked out as you can, but in Elite Dangerous you can go even further. So today I'm going to give you an example with this Diamondback Explorer. This ship is obviously designed with jump in mind. That's what it's going to be primarily used for. And what engineers are, right, that's the first thing we wanted to talk about. What are engineers? So if you come to your 4 panel or your right hand panel, for those of you not using keyboard, and come to engineers, you can see that there's going to be a whole list of engineers that you get to meet with. The first few that you meet right off the bat is Felicity Farseer, Todd the Blaster McQuinn, and the Dweller, I believe, are like the first 3 that you get to kind of get to know. And each of them are going to do different things for you. You can see here that Felicity Farseer gives you frameshift drives, engines, and thrusters. And in order to have access to her, basically you need to find out about her in some way, shape, or form. You learn about her for this particular engineer through common knowledge. You gain access to Felicity Farseer because your pilot's Federation rank exploration is scout or higher, so that's the requirement to find out about her. And then she's going to need you to provide something, which is meta alloys. Whereas, for example, Todd the Blaster McQuinn, you find out through common knowledge, and you gain access to Todd the Blaster McQuinn because you earn 15 bounty vouchers, pretty darn easy to do, and you fulfilled your initial contract by providing 100,000 credits worth of bounty vouchers. And in this particular one, it's in their system, in his system. So 100,000 credits is like 1 ship, right? Just easy stuff. So let's take Felicity, since she's going to be the one that we're going to be mostly caring about for this particular build. What we would need to do is go on some exploration runs, get to scout rank, which is pretty early on, so a little bit of exploration needed. Once you have access to her, you have to bring her this thing called a meta alloy. Now, back in the day, you would have to go way off in the galaxy somewhere to find meta alloys. These icons that you see, these hexagons, are engineers. Now, I've already explored her, obviously, so I get to give you a little bit of a preview of how things have changed. But ultimately, you have to give her meta alloys in some form or fashion. So you would have to go and search out where that is. And then you would come to her planet, where she's at Farseer Incorporated, and deliver it. Pretty simple. Spoiler, nowadays, all of these fleet carriers all sit in this region because they're loaded full of meta alloys. Granted, they're at a premium markup, but it's a one-stop shop. Stop at a fleet carrier, you buy your meta alloy, and you fly over to Felicity, you drop it off, you have access to it. So then, what does that give you access to? For this particular video, I'm just going to give you the cliff notes rather than actually create footage and fly there and all of this stuff. But essentially what you need to do is you need to go to her and you need to start doing her engineering. So what that means is she's going to have access to blueprints that you're going to want to do, which that part I can show you. So eventually you'll be able to pin your blueprints and have access to them no matter where you are in the galaxy. You get 1 blueprint per engineer. So as you can see, I have a couple of different ones that I personally have access to. I've upgraded FSD, I have another engineer that I have upgraded engine, and I have another engineer that I have upgraded power distributor. For this particular example, we're going to use FSD. We would go to Felicity, we would go to her station, we'd land, and we would start upgrading our FSD, and it would look something like this. On the right hand side, you're going to see the cost that it needs to upgrade this to rank 1. We would hit generate modification, it would eat up some of our atypical disrupted wake echoes, which is a low-grade encoded material. There's 3 types of materials. There's encoded, like the one you see here. There is manufactured, like the one you see here. And there's raw, like you can see here. So 1, 2, 3. These little blips show the different things that they are. And you can find these in a variety of ways. You can find them through ship drops. You can find them through exploration on different planets. Lots of different ways that you can find them, and lots of more informative videos on how that works. But ultimately, these are a material that you gather. They don't occupy any kind of space on your ship. They're just like in a bank that you get to allocate and have. It's pretty great in that regard. So, ultimately, what we want to do then, since we have increased FSD range selected, there would be at her location multiple that you could select, but for this one, it's just the one that I have available. You click the one that you want, you hit generate modification. You accept the results, and you roll it. Completed in just one try. We love to see it. So now I'm going to go to grade 2. Now it's going to take 2 different materials instead of just one. And we generate it. As you can see, we're getting increase to our power draw, our mass, and our integrity, but our optimized mass is going down, which is ultimately going to benefit our FSD range. Now we're going to do this for grade 3. So we're getting 1 major positive with 3 minor negatives. So it balances each other out. After 3 attempts here, I'm now at grade 3, moving on to grade 4. Every grade you go up will exponentially increase the performance that you're getting, but it also requires more expensive materials. So you'll have to kind of keep that in mind as you're going along and make a judgment call of if you want to use your materials for that particular thing. 4 attempts later, and I'm all done with 4. So now for grade 5, as you can see, I only have 10 of these data mined wake exceptions, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to show you. As you can see, the grade 5 attempt takes a lot more than the others before it. So right on the money with 5. I started with 5, now I'm down to 5 again. So now this ship's FSD range is as modified as it can. Now I could obviously come in and modify my engines and modify my power distributor, but for the sake of this video not being a million years long, I'm just going to show you that part. So we went from 39 all the way up to 60 by getting our FSD to be engineered. So now we've almost doubled our jump range by doing this engineering. Engineering can be applied to not just your jump range. It can be applied to all of your weapons, your power distributor, your engines, your shields. Every part of your ship can be engineered. I can give you an example. On my Mandalay. This ship, I've done quite a bit of engineering. If you go to the engineer themselves, you can also get these things called special modifications. As you can see, this is called stripped down, so my thrusters have a special modification to make them lighter. This frameshift drive has mass manager to make it even more efficient. I have stripped down on my shield generator to make it also lighter, again going for as much FSD jump range as I can get. You can do this with anything. All of your ships have the ability to be engineered, every single one. An example of this, if it'll let me look at it from here, is my Corvette, the ship that I use for fighting most often. My lasers all have efficiency. Even some of my multi-cannons have efficiency. My thrusters are engineered. My frameshift drive, my power distributor, all to help improve every aspect of the ship in ways that I'm able. So, again, this is just a crash course. I know this video is going to be about 10 minutes long. Apologies, I'm not a pro video maker or anything like that, but I just wanted to give those who are willing to listen a crash course of what is engineers and why are they useful. I hope you like this video, and I hope that it helps you out. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.